Welcome to ETH Daily, a daily briefing on the latest in Ethereum. Here's your latest for Friday, March 6, 2026. OpenSea launches an AI agent CLI, Gitcoin proposes an overhaul of its grants program, and Curve accuses PancakeSwap of copying its code. All this and more starts right after this message. Do you want to borrow against ETH at the lowest fixed rates in DeFi? Borrow at a current rate of 3.6% for ETH and 2.5% for RETH. Learn more at liquity.org. OpenSea introduced a command-line interface and AI agent skill that allows developers and AI assistants to interact directly with the OpenSea NFT marketplace. Using the OpenSea CLI, agents can query NFT collections, tokens, listings, and offers, execute NFT trades on the Seaport NFT marketplace, and swap ERC20 tokens through OpenSea's DEX aggregator. The tool can operate through the OpenSea API, CLI commands, shell scripts, or an MPC server designed for LLM integrations. It supports multiple output formats, including Tune, a compact format that uses roughly 40% fewer tokens than JSON, helping reduce context usage. The tool works for transactions on Ethereum, Base, Arbitrum, Optimism, and Polygon. An OpenSea API key is required to access the service. The Gitcoin team introduced a governance proposal to sunset the long-running Gitcoin grants program and relaunch it as a single annual initiative with a first focus on funding the decentralization acceleration. Under the proposal, the new program would run targeted monthly campaigns, each focused on a specific subdomain. The funding model would also shift away from community matching pools towards a mix of coalitional funding, co-funding partnerships, yield-based funding through Octant vaults, and instruments such as convertible notes. If approved, the new structure would launch in May 2026. And lastly, Curve Finance accused PancakeSwap of copying its StableSwap smart contract code without authorization, claiming the move violates Curve's licensing policy. Curve showed a screenshot from PancakeSwap's codebase showing a forgotten to-do note, indicating the team still needed to decide which license to apply. Curve's StableSwap smart contract is not distributed under an open-source license and uses a restrictive copyright that prohibits modifications without permission. Earlier this week, PancakeSwap released StableSwap functionality on its Pancake Infinity AMM, enabling stablecoin swaps with dynamic fees and reduced slippage. In other news, Nethermind releases version 1.36.1 and Machines releases an agent CLI. This has been a roundup of today's top news stories for Ethereum. You can support this podcast by subscribing and following us at ETH Daily. Also subscribe to our newsletter at ethdaily.io.